go. What is it? The brakes. What up? What up? Good morning, everybody. The lighting is off. The lighting is atrocious. Sorry. What's going on? What's going on? Good morning. Happy Wednesday to everybody. This one's going to be a quickie because I have to get ready for work. But I just wanted to pop in, talk to the people, see how y'all doing, and just get my thoughts off about this whole situation that has unfolded because it's getting weird now, you know? I'm not really sure what's going on with the GOAT. But man, it's a firestorm. Hi Gab, how are you? Thank you for joining me this morning. As I'm making my breakfast, you're not going back outside. As I'm making my breakfast, because y'all know how I do on Wednesdays. So if you don't know what's going on, what's been happening, I've tried to stay away from this topic or this situation because honestly, in the beginning, I didn't think too much of it. I just thought that Candace is just, like I said, not easily impressed for whatever reason. She wasn't willing to or wanting to, give Angel, I don't know, any kind of like props for what she's been doing or whatever. She came out with this ranking that somebody had her do. I don't know why, but they did. And she ranked Angel in a C level with what's going on to the fourth power. How are you? T to the fourth power, what's going on? Anyway, she ranked Angel in the C category with Cameron Brink, right? The B category was Arike and Paige, saying like they need time together, they'll get better as a duo, things will be cool. She put Cameron in the C category, saying that, Cameron had promise, she didn't get to finish or play her rookie season really. She only had 15 games in. And she's a work in progress. She'll get better eventually, but she said she's putting her in the unknown category because we don't know, is what she said. We don't know about Cam and what she can fully do because we didn't get to see it. Then she proceeded to put Angel in that same category, the unknown category, which is crazy because what do you mean unknown? Like what do you mean about that? And then she also said, because I went back and watched it, because I hadn't watched it fully, before. I want to make sure that I had the right information. Then she went back. Then she said that Angel obviously needs to get better. She needs to improve, keep working on her game. But until she can be one or the first or second option on her team and essentially do more than just rebound, then she would consider moving her up tiers. She said that she is great at her role on her team, which is offensive rebounding, and that's it. To me, that's a little disingenuous because, first of all, when did she do this? Because I was thinking maybe she did this ranking sometime before the season started. Even if she had seen Unrivaled, we didn't know how Unrivaled was going to translate to the W because it's so new. We didn't know if it was going to do anything with the conditioning, with the development or anything like that. Till now. Now we see that a large majority of Unrivaled players are doing very well this season. But say she didn't know that. She didn't know, so you can't go off on Unrivaled. So I'm thinking maybe she was asked those questions or asked to rank these players prior to the season or right when the season started. I don't know. But if it had been a recent thing, like since the LA game where she was there, she got her jersey retired since July. Since June. There's no way that you can reduce Angel down to just an offensive rebounder on her team. She literally was the second leading scorer on her team last season. She's the second leading scorer on her team this season. And right now with Ariel out, she's the leading scorer. I didn't break it down by month because I didn't have time to do that to see exactly where she's at. But overall, Ariel is the number one scorer, then it's Angel, then it's Camilla. That's how it is this season. Ariel's out, so obviously it goes Angel, Camilla, and then I think it's Rachel Banham. That's third, as far as scoring is concerned. Averaging, right? Average scoring. Hey, Lala. So it's just not, her being just an offensive rebounder is not true. It sounds to me like all those other articles that we've been reading or commentators talking about Angel being uninformed about what her game really is and what she really brings to a team. Angel is super good on defense. Angel is a playmaker. Angel literally is, when she's on the floor, the team does better. This was last season. If you look at the numbers on the court, off the court, the team was better with her on the court. That's just what it was. So you reduce her to just being an offensive rebounder when she provides so much more stuff that maybe doesn't show up on the stat lines. But if you dig deep enough, you can see that. Or if you watch, you can see. This season, not only is she doing those same things, she's doing it at a higher level. And in her new role, her efficiency is better. Not because of her new role, I'm just saying, like, over the time now, her efficiency is better. She's finishing better. Besides last night, these past 8-9 games, efficiency has been 50% and higher. She's scoring the ball. Like, she's doing a lot for her team. And so she's more than just a rebounder and an offensive rebounder at that. That's crazy, right? So that's Candace's opinion. I don't agree with it, but I don't hate her for it. I'm not mad at her for it. But here's the deal. Here's the situation that I'm confused about. Why is she still talking about it? She did the ranking, right? She said, at me, don't at me. I don't care. Like, this is my thoughts and my opinions. This is what I'm going with, right? She said that. Then she got interviewed by Roz, and they talked about it again, and she doubled down on it, saying, that's my opinion. That's what I think. If you got something different to say, you let me know. But this is what my opinion is. So now that's recent. Now you've seen what she's done. You've seen what Angel has done. And you still don't want to say, well, you know what? That was an opinion I had before. I've seen what she's done. She is improving. She's doing great. I wouldn't rank her a C-level player. You ain't even got to say that. I know she would never say that, but just, you ain't even got to go that deep. I was uninformed a little bit about her game. I see she's improving. Way to go. Way to go. Prove me wrong. That's what's up. Shout out to Angel. Like, how hard is it to say that? But she's doubled down on that. Then she went on another podcast talking about it again. And now she's on her podcast talking about it again. I'm just like, we get it, girl. We get it. For whatever reason, Angel has rubbed you the wrong way, and you just don't see it for her. We get it, girl. Why are we dragging this now? Now it's good. Now it looks like you're just doing it for clicks, which is crazy to me, because you're a goat. You don't need controversy to draw numbers to your podcast, like, right? There's so many other things you can talk about. I know this podcast is called Post Moves. I guess they're going to be talking about post players. Angel is a post player, and I'm sure they're going to talk about other players along, the time that they're going to have this podcast or show or whatever it is. But y'all, come on. you're leading with that because you know it's going to get clicks. You know it's going to draw eyes um, to it, and now you're dragging it. For me, her opinion is her opinion, but it's at this point, it just is weird. It's weird. Sorry. Tulip says, Candace. Hold on. Hey, Tulip. I'm sorry I didn't see y'all's comments. I'm over Candace and Aaliyah. Both kissed Caitlyn's ass. Everybody is steadily coming for Angel. I feel like they make her snap. I don't think they'll make her snap. Angel, unfortunately, has heard and been through worse in her short career, and I don't think something that they say or whatever. And I won't even put Aaliyah Boston in there. Like, she's there, but I wouldn't put her there because those weren't her comments. Those were Candace's comments. But I think it takes way more to break Angel. I don't think that's it. Now, it may be hurtful to her because she really looked up to Candace and she, has only said nice things about her. So it may hurt a little bit, but I don't think it'll break her. Tulip's in the house. Tulip says Candace partnered with one of them, so she has to attract their fan base. So hates on AR5, just views one-on-one marketing, but shame it has to be at the expense of Angel. Y'all hit the like button. That's what Tulip says. Thank you. Subscribe to the JSpotNetwork. Yes, do that. And then Tulip also makes WNBA. Tulip is always going to find a way to get to promote. So you go right ahead. That's my wrench. Go right ahead. I need to make my breakfast. Hold on, y'all. I'm out of the screen. Hold on. No, but I just think I don't know, man. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Nothing new has been said. No new discoveries. And the thing is like, it would be different if Angel was still playing not so great, where you can double down. But you've seen, like, at this point, the reason that people think is hate. Because the question is this tough love from a vet that wants her to do better, that wants her to achieve more, that wants her to keep grinding? Or is this hate? Because a lot of people think it's hate. A lot of people, and the reason why is because of the things I just said. Like, you've seen the progression of Angel. You've seen it so much that even some of the media has to kind of change their tune on the way they talk about Angel. I was skeptical of ESPN because I'm like reading these articles, and last season, they couldn't say anything good about her without saying something negative. Like, they would talk about other players, other rookies, and say, well, this person, is doing good on this team. They have these many points. They've been doing this and this. They might need to work on these little things here and there. It's not a big deal. They would like literally mention Angel with the 15 double streak, say she broke the record, and then spend the rest of the article or the little blurb talking about how she can't finish and how she's in foul trouble and how she can't do this and this and that. Like, literally. And I'm like, is this supposed to be a good or bad thing? What are we talking about? Even when they ranked her number one, if y'all remember, ESPN ranked her the number one rookie, I want to say June of last year. Even in that, they still talked, the majority of that little paragraph, they talked bad about her. So now reading these articles where they're actually speaking good on her, I'm shocked. I'm like, wait, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, and it's not. So if they can see and kind of change their tune, I'm trying to figure out why is Candace so hell-bent on not giving her props. The reason why she said she didn't want to put Angel in a higher ranking is because she's putting her up against other vets or people that's been in the league a long time. But you have Cece up there. So Cece is in the same class as Angel as far as years in the league. So you could put Cece up there because she can shoot threes and she's on a winning team, I guess. But you can't put Angel not even in the B tier because you're putting her up against other vets in the league. But go look at Angel's records, and she's breaking a lot of vets' records. Sylvia Files, Candace Parker. She's beat Asia Wilson. Who's the other person? Sylvia Fowles, Tina Charles. Like, she's beating these vets in a lot in certain categories. How can you not? How can you knock her, say she's too young, she hasn't been in the league enough to stand with these other vets? And when you go to the record books and you see that she's broken, shattered, not just broken, shattered a lot of these records that these vets have had, that's been since 2018, 2003, 2020. Like, literally, she ain't breaking records that just happened yesterday. She's breaking records that's been standing for a long time. And you can't really give her props. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. T to the fourth power says they may not have been AB's opinion, but she snickered and didn't say anything, didn't say a word. For her to be a child of God, why not say anything? Yeah, I mean, it's a sticky situation for AB, but I don't know. Candace is her GOAT. She's been, a huge fan of Candace for a long time. So maybe she just doesn't know how to approach it. She appreciates the opportunity to actually be with her. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's just hard for her. Because it is awkward. Like, what do you say? Having a co-host that has said some wild stuff before, it is kind of awkward because you're like, okay, but I don't know. GOAT Ariel Atkins says, Angel Reese continues to prove the haters wrong. Gab says, I don't think it's hate or tough love. I think it's greed. Oh, hold on. This is a new take. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get my stuff in here. Un momento, por favor. Hold on. Okay, so Gab says, I don't think it's hate or tough love. I think it's greed. The more negative, the more engagement. The fact that it's at Angel's expense is what's making me lose respect for Candace. I mean, that's a good take. You might be right. You might be exactly right. Maybe she doesn't have a rhyme or reason for what she's saying. She just knows, or her team knows, or whoever this is that's driving this knows that, hey, if you talk about Angel, you're going to really get them going, and you're going to have so much engagement because half the people are going to be watching because they're on your side, and the other half are going to be hate watching because you're coming at that girl, at their girl. So you might be right. B. Bickham says, Aaliyah Boston is Caitlin Clark's black mammy. Oh, Jesus. Whoa. Not black mammy. Tulip says, AB feels the same way. Look, I ain't here to take up for AB. I don't know. I'm just trying to be a little diplomatic because I don't know. I just think she's along for the ride. But, I mean, I'm not arguing with you guys. I'm not gonna disagree with you guys on your thoughts about AB. I mean, unfortunately, sometimes when you associate with the people, it kind of puts you in that same position. So I don't know. Got to take it, I guess. But it's crazy, I don't think that Candace has to like Angel. I don't think Candace has to say anything nice about her. I don't think she has to like her. It's unfortunate. I would love her to uplift her and like her and say nice things about her, but she doesn't have to. That's her opinion. Like I said, I don't hate Candace for her opinion. It is her opinion. It just, I don't agree with it. And I'm kind of side-eyeing it because she keeps double downing on it. Doubling down. There you go. Doubling down on it. And using the same logic that's clearly misinformed. I just want her, like, I would respect it more if she said, Angel's doing good. I see she's doing well. She's improved from 39% to 41%. No. No, she ended the season 39.1%, I think, at the top of her career right now, or this year. I think she got to 42% on her field goal percentage, maybe a little bit higher, definitely higher in June. I think June was like 47%. July was in the 50s. I would respect her more if she said, look, Angel's getting better. I see she's working. I see the work that she's put in. I got to see her in Unrivaled. I got to see her in LA. She balled out, but she has more work to go. And I'm just a person that's not easily impressed by that. So for me, I want to see her. I know she can do more. I would like to see her do more. And I'm going to be the vet that puts pressure on her. So that's that. I would respect it more that way than giving stats that are not true. That's all. You sound like an old ESPN article where it's just like a talking point when they talk about Angel. It's the same thing. Field goal percentage, only a rebounder, and they don't talk about anything else that, any part of the game that she has an effect on, It's weird. Honestly, I think she's been hanging around the TNT guys too much. Because she sounds exactly like a Shaq, Kenny, and Chuck talking about some of the NBA guys. Like, that's what she sounds like. And I don't know why she's choosing to take that angle. I heard that's just that's how she is. She's always been, I don't want to say hater, just is a word I think we overuse, but whatever, right? They say she's always been like this. So I don't know. Not everybody has to be like Cheryl or Lisa as it pertains to Angel, but I mean, use the correct stats. That's all I'm saying. Use the correct stats. What's up, Stansanity? What's going on? Hold on, I'm missing something. Where we at? Reddit Milky Way says, oh, hi to Tulip. Keisha says, I'm sorry, JSpot. Candace is all about Caitlyn. That's what it's all about. AB, when she pushed Angel stopped following her. I didn't know this. When did she push her? I don't watch Indiana games, so I probably missed that. I didn't know that was a thing. I'm making my breakfast, y'all. If y'all hear that beeping, hold on. I gotta turn my stuff over. Hold on. You gotta go outside? Yeah, I didn't know anything about that. I don't really like the social media following, unfollowing. That don't really move me too much. Maybe I didn't, because I didn't grow up in the social media thing. The followers don't really mean anything too much to me, but I get it. Reddit says nobody wants her to say anything. That's the point. Nobody wants who to say anything. Candace? You're saying people don't want Candace to say anything about Angel. T to the fourth power says, yes, everyone can have an opinion, but when you constantly talk about it, it gets like, girl, why? Facts. Kia High Life, what's going on? Long time no see. Kelly House says she knows exactly what she's doing. Why add to the media BS when you already know what she's been through? That's what's disappointing, sad to see. Yeah, I kind of agree with that as well. Like, that's why I say, like, she sounds like the talking points that you always hear that the people say about Angel when they don't really watch her and they don't really see what she does in games. They only look at her lowlights and go off of that, when her lowlights are not even really a thing anymore, haven't been a thing since the beginning of the season. Now, she didn't have a great shooting night last night, but Also, we know that she hardly gets, like, her getting to the foul line and getting calls is like far and few between. But she gets hacked a lot, so a lot of that is not like it's open layups that she's missing, like she was struggling with earlier. But it is kind of disappointing because for you to be oblivious to how the media has treated Angel and how social media has treated Angel and how they have like literally dogpiled on her, for you to also be a part of media and get there, and like I said, if you don't like her, I'm fine with that. If you are harshly criticizing her, I'm fine with that. But say the right thing. Say what it is that you don't like about her game. That's true. Because the things that she says that she's doubling down on aren't true. They're like old news. So it's nothing about what's currently going on. So now you're just adding to it, and now the opposition, the media is going to take those sound bites, and they're going to be like, the GOAT Candace Parker said, Angel sucks. She's a C-level player. We told y'all. Who knows better about the W than Candace Parker? They're going to run with that, and you're going to let them. It's crazy. Reddit says, how do people keep up with who follows who? I don't know. I'm old school. I honestly, I know I'm a sound old. I don't even know how that stuff works. I mean, I know you can go to somebody's page and look up who they follow and then put it in the search thing, I think. But outside of that, that's of my that's above my involvement in social media. But I mean, people do it very easily, so it's just that's not my thing. I barely know who I'm following and who's following me. B. Beckham says, I don't think Candace Parker hate Angel Reese. She's jealous of Angel. Candace Parker loves snow. Oh my God, y'all are not snow bunnies. Fourth Power says, right, it adds to the fuel. Stinsanity says, was the list based on right now or potential? They didn't really say. It was a clip. So I tried to find the whole thing. I only found the clip. And it didn't say potential, because that's what the B and C level were potential, because she said she was putting Arike and Paige in the B level because they had like S level, A level, B level, C level, D level, and whatever. She said she put Cam Brink in the C level because it was unknown. She didn't really know how to feel about Cam Brink yet because we haven't seen anything. And then she says she put Angel in the C level because Angel pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, but because Angel hasn't proven anything to her yet as far as where she can go, but she has potential to get she has potential to get there. She's just not there yet. But she's great at what she does, which is offensive rebounding. That's what she said. So I don't know what the list was based off of, but her reasoning behind her ranking them didn't make it better. Markeisha Watson, hey, what's going on? Candace is coming off like a washed up ex-player that's hating on Angel because she's getting more recognition than she ever did, and she's breaking all her records. Reddit says, well, Angel potential is way higher. Right. It's not, even if you were ranking it on potential, your potential can't be I don't know. It was just all misguided, and I felt like the easier, what Candace could have done was just what I just said earlier. Listen, that's how I felt earlier in the season. I've seen what Angel is doing. I see the potential of Angel, and I just want her to keep working on it. I just want her to get better. I know she can do better. I've seen what she can do. I think she's doing great, and she's much more than, what is perceived of her. She's much more than a rebounder. Something like that. Something where you ain't gotta quote unquote bend the knee, but you got to correct like the misrepresentation of Angel that you gave during that explanation. That's it. Like, just come with real facts. The way that she's asking people, if they don't agree with what she says, come with something different. We're coming with the actual stats. We're coming with the actual facts of how Angel has grown from year 1 to year 2, how she's grown from unrivaled to this season. And she didn't. She didn't. So I'm confused on what she really wants. Try not to burn myself this time. Last time I burnt my hand was that. Put that there. This is so fattening. 10 to the 4 power says she called Angel a role player. It's cool though. Angel is going to make them eat humble pie. Angel has been making them eat the pie. Everything that they've said about Angel has turned out to be false. Not false, but it's turned out to be, she's proven them wrong. And, Candace made a comment like pretty much saying like, Shaq does this. And Shaq will say, I said this to make you better, blah, blah, blah. She says she's not going to physically say that, but pretty much that's what she's insinuating, that her saying that she's a C-level player is going to make Angel better. My thought is you don't need to say Angel is a C-level player to make her better. You ain't got to say nothing. You can actually, honestly, Candace, I'm sure, has Angel's number or has a way to get in contact with Angel. She can go to Angel and tell her in her face, look, Angel, that would actually probably be more motivating for her to go to Angel in her face, not on a podcast, not in front of everybody. Go to her face and say, Angel, I think you're a C-level player. I think you have potential, but you're nowhere close to where I think you could be or where I think you should be. So do something about it. That's vet to rookie or vet to young player, harsh, tough love criticism. And then you either work with her to get better or you don't. But it's just performative to get online or to do this and keep talking about it to get clicks. It's just performative at this point because you don't really care about Angel getting better. You just care about the engagement that's happening because you said that. So, I don't know. It's a little off-putting. Much different than what Lisa said. Lisa said, I hate your jump shot or I hate your layups. I don't like the way you do your layups. We need to fix that immediately. And I'm going to work with you and we're going to get it fixed. And guess what? She's been working with her and it's been working. That's the true tough love criticism. But let me also show you, instead of dogpiling on you, I have an opinion. I don't like your layups. That's why you get blocked a lot. That's why you miss a lot. This is Lisa. But I'm going to fix it. I'm going to help you fix it because I know it's super easy. Lisa said you're good at defense. You're good at handling the ball. You're good at facilitating. You're good at all these different things. You have a motor. You have drive. You have your energy is up there. But we got to fix that. We got to fix those finishing around the baskets. That's what we need to do. So come with me. This is what we're going to do. And look, that's what happened. Not everybody responds. I'm not saying Candace needs to do that, but there's a right way and there's a productive way and there's a non-productive way to encourage people. And I think Candace is on the other side of that. It's not very productive, what's going on. It just seems like it's very hurtful to Angel, to be honest. Let me see. The Insanity says, where's your AR5 Funko Pop? Oh, let me go into my studio. It's dark in here. Well, not in here, in my studio. Let me find it. It's right. Y'all won't be able to see it. If I turn the green screen off, you could see like all my stuff over here, but I'm not going to do that right now. There she is. I don't think you can see her. There she is. There she is. Miss America. Hey, great benefactor. Bickham says Angel Reese is more than a conqueror, no limit. There you go. You better come through with the Kurt Franklin. Moses says, hey Moses. Exactly, Jay. Lisa Leslie helped Angel practice her game. T to the fourth power says, I wonder how awkward it's going to be when her jersey is retired in Chicago next month. But Angel will still be classy about it. See, here's the thing. I was supposed to go to that game. We had plans to go, and I kind of still want to go now. I don't know how late it's going to be, but I feel like I need to be in the room because I think it's going to be awkward. I think Angel's going to go off. I hope Lisa is there. I want to go. I kind of want to go. RC, what's going on? Hey, Jay, salute, homegirl. Keisha says, Candace might get booed on her jersey retirement come to her daughters. Shirley Kimbrough. Hey, Shirley. Shirley says, the thing is Angel has spoken out about respecting Candace Parker, loving her as a mother, etc. So Candace is hated, in my opinion. Candace could have done things differently, so she looks bitter. Stin Sanity says, looks nice, my Angel Reese. Yeah, that's the thing. Angel, people could say a lot about Angel, but Angel on the court is real disrespectful, yes. That's just how she plays basketball. Like she says, she's from Baltimore. That's just how they get down. They talk trash. Just like ain't no friendship with Skylar Diggins. Like she's gonna eat you up every chance she gets, and ain't nothing you can do about it. She gonna cuss you out and keep playing. And it's not, that's how it is on the court. Off the court, it's all love, and that's how Angel is. So off the court, Angel, from what I've seen, has only been respectful, especially of her vets, especially of those that came before her. She's only spoke highly of them. Vets in the league love her because look what she did all last season. If y'all watched Angel last season, she waited after games to talk to Asia, to talk to Fee, to talk to Stewie, to talk to AT. Like, she was a sponge, and that's why they love her so much, because she was not only given respect, but she was taking their advice. Look what how Tina Charles talked to her after that game they played in Atlanta in the very beginning of last season, and how much Angel took from that and improved her game just off that one conversation. Like, she's always been respectful, and it's just crazy that that Candace took this position. I don't know. Eagles Brothers, hey, what's going on? Good morning. I just want to say Candace is my favorite player and how I started watching women's hoops in the W. But on this issue with Angel, I need Candace to stop. Constructive criticism, okay, not this. That's all I'm saying. It's just misinformed. And it sucks that it has to be Candace that's doing it. I would expect that out of... Listen, Rebecca Lobo don't even talk about Angel like this. Rebecca Lobo literally had a segment on ESPN to say, for everybody that talks about Angel only being an offensive rebounder and only rebounding her own shots, here is the breakdown. Literally took a segment on ESPN to say, y'all are wrong about Angel. Rebecca Lobo said this. And Candace Parker can't find the good. Like, I didn't watch the other stuff. I know they said that she was very complimentary about CeCe and her game. This is in a separate podcast interview. I think the one that they did with her and Cheryl Miller. But she couldn't really find the words to, speak highly of Angel. Like, it was just very vague and very like quick. But she spoke a lot about CeCe. I don't know, because I didn't watch it. But it's things like that add up. And Angel fans, a lot of Angel fans are hypersensitive, obviously, because of everything that she's gone through and stuff that she doesn't deserve. So it just hurts to see somebody who Angel looks up to is also being a part of that uninformed, like, group of people. Like, you saw it firsthand. You were in Unrivaled. You were in her face during the LA game. You saw, not in her face, but you were there, front row. You saw what she did. She wasn't just, I don't even know, if I'm not mistaken, somebody can look it up for me. That game, I think she only had 3 offensive rebounds. I might be wrong, but I think she only had 3 offensive rebounds. So if you can watch that game and still say she's a role player who only gets offensive rebounds for her team, come on. Now you're just now you're blatantly trying to be dense about the situation. That's the way I feel. RC says the season is becoming a wash for the Sky. I mean, like Jay, I have to say it, but they're running out of time on a successful campaign. Yeah, RC, we're going to talk about Sky during my show this week. I just wanted to touch on the Candace thing. This is going to be a short little video, and I just wanted to get my thoughts out, see what the people thought. But yeah, you're right. Candace is out of bounds, out of line. Can't strip away her greatness from her time in the game. But she's kind of rubbing AR and folks the wrong type of way. Insanity says Sparks are better. Yeah, they are. RC says, talking to Insanity about Sparks. Eagles brother says the last thing we need is players publicly going after other players like this, knowing the current players are fighting for CBA rights against evil empire. I mean, the W front office and owners. Yep. Shirley says, right, J Spot. She continues to be right, J Spot. She continues to be respectful even with the BS. Shake my head. My problem with this Candace is Candace knows how much crap AR has received and continues to be humble. Yeah. And it's not like she can't be informed. I mean, she's surrounded by people who have a respect for Angel. Lisa, Cheryl, Asia. Asia said Candace is her GOAT. Like, since growing up, Candace has been her GOAT. She had the opportunity to play with her a couple of years ago. It made her whole life. But even Asia wrote in her book about the stuff that Angel has gone through, and Asia has been a mentor to Angel since Angel was in Maryland. So even her has nothing but nice things to say about Angel. Like, even if they feel a certain way, I think every player knows we will keep this in house. If we have something negative to say, we could say it to her face, but we would never get on a podium and downplay or speak ill of Angel because of all the stuff that she's had to endure. But you've heard Asia speak highly of her. You've heard Caitlin speak highly of her. You've heard Natasha Cloud say nice, uplift her during Unrivaled. You've heard Courtney Williams say things about Angel outside of the whole stud buzz thing. You've heard it. Lisa, Cheryl, like coaches, all they do is talk about what a problem Angel is on that floor. If she's a C-level player, do you think teams will be double and triple teaming her? Do you think if she was a C-level player, they would be hacking her the way they were? Wouldn't they just leave her wide open if she's a C-level player? Would the coaches vote her in as all-star if she was a C-level player? Come on. Let's be for real. T to the fourth power. Yes, Lobo said that, but glazed over CC. That's what I'm saying. If Rebecca can see it for Angel, even with all the other stuff that she does, why can't Candace? That's all I'm saying. I just took it like she likes CC more, and that's okay, but she just wanted to make it seem like she's not on the hate train like other analysts. And that's fine. That's fine. RC says, Jay, so are we calling it heavy shade or Candace not really thinking before she speaks? Honestly, at first, I thought it was Candace just saying stuff without speaking, because she did say like I just went off the top of the dome and made that list. I didn't put any thought into it. She said that. But then ever since then, she's been doubling down on it, and she's not changing. She's not saying, "Oh, it was a mistake," or "Oh, I feel differently now," or "I can give Angel a little bit more credit than I did." Like, she's not saying any of that. She's saying she's standing in what she said. Shout out to her for standing in it, but she's standing in what she said. She's not willing to change it. And at this point, people calling a hater, I can't fight against that. I can't fight against it. Waterfall says, "Did you hear? Glad to hear your thoughts on this matter." Oh, thank you, Waterfall. Who gave me $4.99? Who is that? Lil Sip? Let me see what Lil Sip said, because Lil Sip gave me some cash. Thank you so much. If I had my stuff hooked up, I'll say burr, 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 burr. But Lil Sip says, "I understand using angel negativity as a spark to launch your podcast, but to lie, I like her fans under her I like her fans under her daughter's post was a far reach RG3 vibe. But to lie, I like her fans under her daughter's post." I don't get that part. I did hear something about some posts or comments or something, but you're right. To use the negativity to launch your podcast is wild to me. Um, I gotta go eat, y'all. Let me go through these comments and I gotta get out of here. What pisses me off, this is Keisha, with Candace, when Angel went to hug her, she acted like she didn't want to hug her. I heard that. I didn't get that impression at first, but again, I can't argue. Tulip says, "Disappointed in Candace, to be honest." Eagle Brother says, "Let's encourage them to go out for afternoon tea." There's already a fan battle of Angel versus Kiki. Some Camilla fans versus Angel. CC versus Angel is too much. It's too much. It is too much, Eagle Brothers. You're right. Waterfall says, "Jay, I'm going to challenge Candace Parker. I'm going to take her up on her challenge." A lot of people would like to do that. I don't think she want to hear it. Shirley says, "Yes, I've never heard any of the players or coaches complain about AR at all. So what's CP's problem? She's being disingenuous." And RC says, "Gotcha about CP3." Yeah. So guys, I just thank y'all for popping in. Give me the likes, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. We could talk about this more in detail on my live coming up this week, JSpot Live. It will probably be on Friday when I recap the week in WNBA, but we'll talk about this as part of news around the dub as well. So drop your comments below if you are watching this part of the replay gang. But those of you that are here, thank you for coming in. Let me know what you think, because the question is Candace hating or is she giving tough love? And I love to hear what you guys have to say. So I got to get out of here because I got to get ready for work. I'll talk to y'all later. Take care. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Peace out, y'all. Have a great Wednesday.